Peter, even if inflation does rise, and whether it be the US or other impacts driving that, can Jim Chalmers say, look at those Treasury numbers when I delivered the budget, it wasn't me that did this. I put downward pressure on inflation.
Yep, fair enough, Kieran, and that will be his last line of defence. But I've never seen anything like this budget before. It's full of political risks. If I was a backbencher in a marginal seat, I would wonder why the Treasurer had to raise the high jump bar so high. There was no need to predict that inflation will be 2 to 3% at the end of the year. You've got a budget. He's a salesman, so it's an expansionary budget, but it's a contracting budget. It's fiscally responsible, but we're looking after cost of living pain for the electorate. There's just too much that he's promising. He's such a salesman. I think he's believing his own propaganda now. He cannot deliver everything that he's promised us in the lead up to this budget. He might on budget night and for a few weeks, if not months afterwards, but long term, this is not a budget that reduces inflation, and it doesn't, as sure as anything else, improve the economic foundations of the economy, such as productivity.
How does it set up the political battle over coming weeks, but it's really coming days as well when you look at the budget reply, an important moment for Peter Dutton on Thursday, Simon?
Yeah, well, as I said earlier, he's going to have to make some really key choices on Thursday night. If you believe the rhetoric that comes out of Angus Taylor, for example, they're going to have to cut spending. Well, where are they going to cut it from? Who are they going to take money out of the pocket of? If they're not going to support these measures, they're actually voting for increased inflation in the economy. So some big choices coming up for Peter Dutton on Thursday night, and the biggest problem at the moment is no one knows what he stands for.
Peter McGauran, it is an important time in the electoral cycle, isn't it, to start fleshing out a few more bits of vision for an opposition leader?
Yes, to a point, but we all know Anthony Albanese came to government either parroting the then government or not offering any alternative. Look, I'm prepared to cede the week to Jim Chalmers and the government. It's a very skillfully and artfully presented budget, and there's been a lot of preparation in the media leading up to it. But long term, I don't think it solves their problems, and he's fired all his best shots. What happens if inflation's still high in August, September? Where's his cost of living relief then? So, frankly, I think the Emperor's got no clothes.
Peter McGauran, Simon Banks, great to see you both. We'll find out the detail of those clothes and talk to you next Monday. Appreciate it.
Pleasure.